Hello and welcome to another X-Ray Tech video. Today we're going to be talking about maintenance. So after we build a couple dozen automations for you and have a handful of automated workflows with your process pages, maybe your X-Ray Studio board you're looking at, this is the time to talk about maintenance. What is the long-term sustainability of working with X-Ray, and how do we address things that pop up in the future that neither of us know what could happen, right? Errors or changes or new staff or whatever. So in this video, we're going to talk about a couple of the different criteria we divide maintenance up into, and some qualifications for the types of automations and the level of complexity that we end up building your automations in, and what that means for long-term maintenance, either on your own or with us. So I hope this video can be helpful, and let's get into the details. So there are 5 different areas to our support. The first is bugs and errors. Bugs and errors are focused on allowing the automation to run as it was intended while your membership was still active. So in the event that you get a Slack message for every time that you get an email, if you're not getting that Slack message, that's a bug, that's an error. We need to fix that as soon as possible. So bugs and errors are continuing and enabling the intended results that that automation was designed for. Then there's changes in updates. In the previous example, we talked about creating a Slack message for every time we got an email, but maybe we don't want it for every email, right? Maybe we want to be really specific with getting an email from my boss with a subject line of urgent, and that is going to send me a Slack message as well. So that would be a modification, right? The automation that was originally set up, sending a Slack message for every email, is working. There's no errors. So because we are modifying that, that is going to go in our second bucket. And both of those tiers of support have specific hours associated with them and specific hourly rates. But again, coming in as a maintenance member, you are going to get priority support and a lower monthly rates because you are a member. The third area is meetings. So like you've seen in our membership, we do like to be pretty strategically involved. We want to be able to help you operationally grow and scale. These meetings is the opportunity for us to talk about what those growing and scaling plans are, and a really good opportunity for us to put potential automations in the backlog, right? Let's just talk about the processes and the bottlenecks that you're experiencing, file them away. When we're ready to re-kick up a full membership, we would be able to do that, and we have a clear roadmap of what we're going to build next. The fourth area is technical support. That's where we're going to be able to support you on Slack on an ongoing basis. So if you have any questions, any concerns, any refinements that you'd like to communicate with us, all of that can happen right over Slack in our shared channel, and we'll be able to address it directly right there. The fifth area is shared software. So at X-Ray Tech, we're software agnostic workflow experts. So because of that, we get some pretty fancy tools. Some of them like Airtable Enterprise or DataBox Premium, or our own internally developed tools like X-Ray Tools, X-Ray Studio, and a couple other ones that are on the bubble soon. Getting access to this shared software can be an enormous value for you. Not only is it at a fraction of the price that we've paid for the software, but it also gives you the peace of mind to know that you're getting enterprise level software support, you're having less software bills, and you get access to the exclusive software that we're creating to help grow and scale workflows across the company. So as you've seen in your X-Ray Studio board, that is where we're going to accumulate all of the resources that we've developed together. Now, in a maintenance package, you will still have access to your X-Ray Studio board. And depending on your maintenance package, you could have multiple boards and even get direct access to the software to be able to upload your own information so that your team can use the X-Ray Studio as a whole. So let's talk about some restrictions and detail. Now, the restrictions are really going to be around 2 main areas. You can think of it as the things that we need developers to service, right? Those are going to be API calls, custom integrations into Zapier, Integromat, or any of the other automation software, and custom apps that we end up building, right? Something like Bubble.io or a Shiny app, anything that we end up building that's a real coded application, those are going to be on the higher end of support. As we're building all of your automations for you, our preference is to use no-code systems on Zapier, Integromat, etc. But in certain circumstances, that's just not an option to achieve the outcomes that we're all trying to achieve, right? No two businesses are the same. So in those scenarios where we do need to actually write code to automate something in or out of one of the applications that you use, that is going to require a higher tier of support because we simply have less people that can write code to be able to maintain or troubleshoot any of those types of errors. And of course, with higher tier plans comes more process pages that we'll support for you, more automations that we can build, and of course, deeper access to XRay Studio and the suite of XRay apps that are designed for maintaining and building workflows. Members' needs change over time, and our maintenance plans are designed to help enable that change, help ideate around what those changes could be, and ultimately just adapt the automations that we've already built to your business as it grows and evolves. So I hope this video has been helpful for understanding, what happens after we build some stuff. It's one of our most common questions, and this video should really address some of those main concerns. So if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out directly or comment down below. We would love to hear from you and cover any other questions you have here on the show. So as always, links and resources are in the description down below. And don't forget, keep the flow.